Good evening and welcome to Think About It Using Common Sense. A lot has been happening in the news lately. Um, I'm beginning to be less and less um, doing my podcast because it's beginning, as I've said before, it's like overstuffing yourself. You know how you feel sometimes when you eat too much? Well, this is how I feel when I'm listening to all the BS that uh, politicians and news stations are telling the American people. And even more so disturbing to me is the American people are believing this stuff. I was watching this movie earlier for a portion of it, and the movie was about um, these plants, okay, plants as in flowers, okay, and they was giving off this aroma, so to speak, and it was affecting people's brains. And people began to act irrational. And the fact that they didn't realize it, it wasn't a instant change, but they didn't realize that they were not uh, acting with some common sense, but it was acting out of their character. And this is what I'm saying today. I'm wondering, is this what's happening to us today? Is this what's happening to the American people that they have been brainwashed to the point that they don't even realize what's happening? They can't even distinguish the truth from lies, the truth from untruths. Or have they been so uh, disconnected from reality? Or have they been injected with so much hate and discontent for people and ways of life that they don't care. And this is what's happening. I mean, Fox News, for example. The reason why I mentioned Fox News because it's out there. This isn't something that I'm saying. It's just something that's out there. You can pick up a paper, turn on the news in these news stations, and you can hear about it. But as it came to fruition that Fox News knew all the time that Donald Trump lost the election. They knew it all the time. And it even came out so far as that the newscasters on Fox News was even saying it was recorded them saying to one another how absurd uh, Donald Trump was and the fact that they was out there trying to stir up something when they knew Donald Trump lost the election. But because of uh, the base of people that was believing in Trump, that just wanted to go along with that type of thinking, and he had so many followers that, but for Fox News to go along with the truth, they would lose ratings. So they perpetuated this lie or the lies that Donald Trump won the election and Joe Biden was not the legitimate president of the United States. along with so many other lies that ended up having a insurrection on our capital, January 6th. Now, one company suing Fox News, from what I understand, $1.6 billion. But the fact of the matter is, and the politicians, I knew all the time, these politicians, they knew it for whatever reason. And the reason was their own selfish uh, greed, thirst for power, that they wanted to keep their seats by any means necessary. And we had these hearings about the insurrection on the Capitol, and all this information was brought forth, the truth. Um, and people they still refuse to believe that Joe Biden was elected president of the United States. And they still supported Trump, even the GOP that also knew Biden was the president of the United States, but also uh, they just disregarded that and supported Trump because he had such a large following. And they felt as though if they didn't support Trump, they would lose their seats, as Liz Cheney and another Republican, I think Kissinger or something, I think that's his name, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But she's told the truth. Even though she voted for Trump, she said she put the brakes on when it came to selling her soul for a lie. She said, "No, I'm not going to cross that line." And for truth, in her reelection, she lost her seat. But for truth, and that's why these other Republicans lied. But the Republicans that lied are these Republicans we want to represent the people of the United States and this country. No, because they do not represent the people of the United States. They do not. They only represent the people that putting that money in their pockets. But the thing that I'm talking about is the fact that the American people support, they see it. They see the same thing I am seeing. And I am not looking at this from uh, uh, black, white eyes. I'm looking at this as the truth and what it is. Now, if you want to say to yourself, well, this is the where I want to be wherever it is you want to be. Believe whatever it is you want to believe. That's on you. But you see what's happening. Countries have destroyed themselves from within. And when this country is destroyed, because it's going to happen based on the way that it is going, the way climate control, the earthquakes, it's going to happen. Global warming, diseases, the breakdown of the human body, the breakdown of the human nervous system. People, we're on our way out. And these things don't have they don't say, okay, uh, if you black, if you white, if you Asian, stand over here. We're not gonna, you're not gonna uh, be in the destruction or the wrath, whatever befalls humanity in this country based on your color. You're gonna escape it. It's not gonna happen. See, so that's where the stupidity comes in. People think, oh, just because I'm a certain color, this and that. No, it's not. And the things when things are bad, if we clean it up, it will affect everybody. It's time for people to get some sense and wake up. And I'm looking at They're talking about going to outer space. They're going into outer space now. Elon Musk going outer space and coming back, landing the spaceship and reusing it. Going, you know what? But the thing that gets me is NASA been in talking about how long they've been dealing with space. So you're gonna tell me all of a sudden now Elon Musk comes out, boom, within a year or two now he got a spaceship going out of space, coming back, landing, using the same thing. What has NASA been doing all these years? But it doesn't affect us anyway because guess what? We're not going. If you don't have the money, people, you're not going. They're not building that for us. That's their getaway ship, their getaway ticket, not ours. Because common sense, how how in the world can you think about developing out of space? Just listen at this. Develop out of space, where you have to create your environment to live in. Here you have a planet that is you and you are it. So you're gonna let this go to crap, but the only people that's going into outer space to live in these cans are the rich. I think the last I saw somewhere on a uh, uh, I don't know if it's on television or paper or whatever, $28 million for a trip to outer space. I guess that's the if you're going to establish something or be out there for some point in time. But I saw $28 million attached to a space trip. Now, do the homework. Now you see how many Americans going into outer space. How many? Do the work. You understand? Go into parts of the city and look at the uh, uh, parts of the city where there's the drug addicts, the junkies. They're not all white. They're not all black. There's a mix. There's a mix. But you know the strangest thing? When I say I'm not saying they're not there now, but when I'm seeing uh, a lot of drug addicts, I don't see it. I don't see a lot of Asians. I don't see a lot of Hispanics. Maybe they might be Hispanics, might be. I definitely don't see a lot of Asians. But this is not the time, people. This is not the time to be getting strung out on drugs. This is not the time to be getting strung out on anything but life and about the future and about your children and about how we're going to survive and about your health. All this other stuff is a bunch of crap because all these people that's out here handing all these people the BS. I look at them. They telling people you got these Republicans talking about uh, how this person isn't doing that and this person didn't do that and talking about truth and talking about justice and this person lied. Those Republicans are the biggest hypocrites that's walking on 2 feet. And I'm not saying this because I dislike Republicans. But don't sit up here and pour ice water on me and tell me it's something else. I'm not stupid. And for people to don't understand that the people, the money people that built this system, they own it. They always will own it. So to try and take it over, it's crazy. It's almost like committing suicide to try and do something like that. But you can work within it. You can work within this system and be a part of this system. Do you understand? To better yourself, to better your neighborhood, to provide for your family, because regardless, the people at the top do not come down in the ghetto. The people at the top gonna make money off of you no matter what. If you're a druggie, guess what? They will sell you drugs. Will make money off of it. If you go to jail, they will make money off of the jail. The prisons are privately owned institutions. They make money off of you. You create jobs. If you're uneducated, that's fine for them. Because if you're smart, you're no threat to them. A lot of these people will not be multimillionaires today if you had some common sense. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the people at the top one bit. That's why the rich continuously to become wealthy and the poor continuously become poor. It's your own fault. And I think the way it is now, as I see it, by the time that you realize, if you ever realize, some of you, that you're going to have to change in order for things to change, it may be too late. Because they're trying to get out of here, people. You know, we had last week, this is February, well, this is third of March. Last week in February, we had 72 degrees. No snow. We haven't had any snow. And if we don't take the time, and you're not going, the only way you're going to survive, you have got to get some money. You got to put your money together. You give money to every other thing in this world to make money, become millionaires, billionaires, but you can't do it for yourself. Why? Why? It just doesn't make sense. But again, you don't have any. Apparently, it's a shame. Look at some of these ghettos, and you see these junkies, drug addicts. Where did the dope come from? People made billions, trillions of dollars off of dope, drugs, getting people high. Then they make another trillion. They make another trillion from locking you up. Then they make another trillion, a trillion from trying to fix you up, from them causing you to get sick. It's a system, people. It's a system. So you have to want to better yourselves. All these programs, they've been having programs, and it's just coming out that these programs, only a small portion of the money is going to help the people, because the rest of it, these people say, well, why are we going to give it? We can give it to ourselves, give it to our friends, our family members. And that's what has been happening to a lot of this money. That's nobody to oversee it. Who's going to oversee the money? You understand? And we're just finding this out here recently. Who knows how long this has been going on? Forever. Since the beginning of that it started. It could be going on. But we're still in the same situation. They haven't helped anybody. Got more people incarcerated today than there's ever been. Crime rate is higher than it's ever been. More guns in the world today than there's ever been. More hospitals than ever been. More people sick than there's ever been. And these young generations, oh my goodness, that's been raised up on fast food and grease. People, you got to stop. Because everybody come and special. And this isn't something that I'm just making up. Businesses that people want to come out and start making money quick, they come into the black neighborhood. Yeah. This is just the reality of it. I went into this chicken place. I just stopped in there, pick up some chicken. Someone asked me to pick them up some chicken. So I went in. Now, I know food. I used to be in the food business. I know food. Two chicken thighs. Two chicken thighs. Just plain nothing. $10. So when I was in there and I saw the price of the chicken thighs, I was just talking to a patron. I was telling him how outrageous these chicken thighs, the price of these chicken thighs. And a company this size, oh, they get chicken thighs for little or nothing. They'll sell them for $10 for two. But when I was trying to tell them that, you would thought I was trying to borrow $50 from them. I just, well, that's the way it is, man. And that was the attitude. But that's why, man. If people would not go in there and pay that astronomical amount of money for a chicken thigh, they'd come down on the price. That's why you get robbed, you know. And they talk about inflation. No such animal. People are making money. You walking around, you can't pay your bills. You might say $5 here, $5 here, $10 here, $10 there. Next thing you done spent $50, $60. You spending $50, $60 a day. You know, and $60 a day times 7 days, that's $420 that you spent just on junk. You haven't even started paying your bills yet, your rent. That's why you have no money. That's exactly why you don't have any money. You have to budget, people. You have to budget. Don't you know when they set up stuff in these stores, it's all psychological. I'm telling you, they know where you're going to step before you even step there. These people pay. These business owners and corporations, they pay people hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just to monitor you. They want to buy something that's important, you know what they do? They put it all the way in the back of the store. So you got to walk through a whole lot of other stuff to get there. Meanwhile, knowing that before you get there, you done saw 5, 6 things you want. So now you don't put those things. See, if they put that up front, you go ahead and buy that, right to checkout. People, they know you. How do you think? Have you ever thought what an actor, what makes an actor or actress so good? You know what it is? It's acting like you would act in a given situation. That's how you can relate to him. Say, "Oh my goodness, she was a good actor, or he was a good actor, or she was a good actress." That's all it is. But you do have to be able to read something. But but nowadays, I mean, I don't even know if you have to be able to read or not. Because I've seen some actors out there doing some acting. Uh, you know, I wouldn't bet. I wouldn't put no bet that they ever even read a book. But nowadays, nothing is what it appears to be. What you see is not what it is today. But one thing for sure is Everything is about us. They got people that pay just to figure out how they can get in your pocket. Everybody's competing for your money. Don't you know that? You have power. People, you have power in that dollar bill. And you give it to everybody but yourselves. You understand it? And then for somebody to hold up, they will come and lock you up for a petty crime. And they let these politicians, these people, rich people, do anything they want to do. And it's okay. But the thing about it is, they're going to do that. Okay. The rich gets richer, the rich control stuff, they're going to do that. The only gripe that I have with the rich is they want your bones, man. They don't just want they don't want the shirt off your back. They want your shirt, they want your skin, they even want your bones. This is what I object to. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I really sit back and look at this thing and look at the system and how they did, regardless, the past is the past. Okay, you learn from it, you move on. Understand? You learn from it. But the thing about it is, they're gonna own it, and they wrapping it up now. They moving so fast now. I'm telling you, it's making my head spin. And they're moving so fast, but yet the thing about it is, see, they have all this money. They have all this money. Money is nothing but paper, people. But now when you take that paper and turn that into a high-rise building, now you have something. See what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And this is what they are doing. This is what they're doing. And people, we have something. And I'm talking about all low income, middle class, one and two, the poor. We have something. We have to put our money together. But there's so much mistrust have been spreaded amongst us. That's what keeps us together. You know, that's what keeps us apart. I'm sorry. That's what keeps us apart. You know, and power, strength, and money is in numbers working together. And they can do that. They can do that. They still can own, but let people own something. Why does this country have to go all the way down to the gutter? And that's what they're doing. They done took it all the way down to the gutter. Don't care about nothing. And killed the planet. So this planet is dying. This planet is dying of a human cancer. Just like we are dying. This is serious. And people don't even think it's that serious. They really don't. Like with that train wreck, with all that poison going up in the air, in the water, in the earth. From what I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about that poison. I only know what I've heard. That's all. But you attach some common sense to it. They said show the picture birds was falling out the air. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. And we don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Don't you know that? It takes a generation to get the end result of something. This future generation, there may not be none. And I'm telling you the truth. You don't tell them what the humans can be walking around here looking like. Physically, morally, spiritually. We're being damaged, people. This is no joke. Not at all. Got to change this. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it's time, but you can't just throw up your hands because I believe as long as we're living, you have a chance. You have a chance. You have a chance to correct the wrongs. Once this physical body no longer exists, and that's it. You done came to the end of your road. Now, now the developing begins. Just like when your eyes opened this time, and this is who you were, and this is where we were. Next time your eyes open, you don't know where you're going to be or what you're going to be. But you better believe one thing: what you're doing here now is laying the groundwork for the hereafter. Understand? And it's just time. It's time. It's time to start waking up. Start standing up for this mess. Get this nonsense out of your head. Get it out. Because at the end of the day, that $28 million space flight, if you ain't got that kind of money, you don't even count either. You're just fooling yourself. You're walking around thinking, oh, oh, I'm better. I, I'm going to get in. Uh-uh. No, it ain't about the color. It's about the money. It's about the money. That's right. So I mean, so up until now, they'll make you think people. They have people thinking, oh, I got this. I make 100,000. This that. This person makes 60. Oh, I can buy that. I don't mean this means nothing. Doesn't mean a thing. That's it. That's part of the game. That's part of the trick. That's all. That's all. Long time ago. Long time ago. You know, I realized a long time ago that life, life is so much more important. Love, family, being healthy, so much important. So much more important than just living your life, just trying to get money and power so you have power over someone. And if you don't know how to handle that power, if you don't know how to handle that money, it'll bury you. It will bury you. Sickness, stress, constantly having it, not trusting anyone and sleeping one eye open if you can sleep, you know. Oh, sure, people be coming at you. You can do that. But guess what? They ain't coming at you because they love you. It's what you can do for them. And when you know that, then you flip that to your advantage. You know, Trump said himself, he could do anything he wanted to. He wasn't kidding. That's the power of money. But it's at the end of the day, it's all about coming across that finish line. You understand? So that's what it's all about. That's why you see so many people live a life. After a while, they might be a billionaire. Hey, what is it? What is it? You got a yacht? So what? Freaking boat, big boat. If anybody on that boat but yourself, it don't be the thing. You might as well not even have. You can have more fun in a freaking canoe if you got the right people in it. You understand? But people don't. And just because you have money doesn't mean you're intelligent. You just have money. You understand? You might, and I'm not going to even call anybody's name that had stuff, but it came from somebody, you know. And if people recognize, stop putting people over them, you can respect the person for their deeds and their knowledge. Absolutely. But they're not God. So, but I think if we just get together and work for the betterment of this country, stop being so greedy, so cold blooded, and let people live, man. You don't have to have everything, man. Why is that? That seems like a sickness to me that someone just cannot get enough of wealth and they can't even use it all. They can't take it with them, but yet they don't want anybody else to have anything. Well, people on that note, I can't, I just can't take it anymore. It's beyond me. I changed my speaking environment because I need a place where I can relax, I can feel comfortable. Uh, this day today and what's happening in politics and these the lies and the hypocrisies and it's too much to bear. You have got to get away from it, and that's what I do. I get away from it. Uh, but at the end of the day, I want to also say um, my nonprofit, New by Lou, is a nonprofit interior painting and design that helps people uh, beautify their living surroundings. Um, and also it helps people get jobs and understand that they can do things, and also it takes away from people robbing people all the time. I get sick and tired of every time somebody come to do something, $400 or $500, $1,000, $2,000 or $3,000, and they haven't even did anything yet. Especially people if you, especially the people if you don't know anything, and if you need it done, oh my goodness. You're at their mercy. What can you do? You have to pay them. And these people are heartless. A lot of them. Not all. But most of them are heartless, man. All they want is that money. By any means necessary. So that's why I came up with my nonprofit. Is to help people. You don't have to have any money. But you need some encouragement. You need a really nice environment so you can think, you can feel good about yourself. And that's what New Balu does. It provides a really nice environment for you to live in at no cost. If you have money, you can donate it, me a donation or something. But if not, don't even worry about it. Just call New by Lou, 215-432-7448. And we'll get it done for you. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you.